Much. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We have come together to have a conversation with each other, to deliberate and to think together. First, let me make it clear from the very beginning that we come from very different political parties. There are people here from Jubilee Party, there are people here from ODM Party, there are people here who were previously in the UDA Party, there are people here from the new PPA Party and the Inject Party. As the party leader of Inject, we've come together to discuss, to have a movement of youthful voices and youthful leaders who can be an alternative to the corrupt government and the crooked opposition. As you see, the state of our country right now is people are trying to look for lesser devils and to try to look for leadership where it cannot be found. They want to replace a problem with another problem. And what we are saying is the problem cannot be the solution to the problem. We as the youth of this country, we have enough votes to be president, to be deputy president, to be member of parliament in all the 290 constituencies, and to win all the senatorial and women rep positions and governor positions in this country. We are not in doubt. And as we are seated here, we've not come to ask for our share at the table. We've come to take the table. So this is now a warning shot to the political class who for a long time has put us in a merry-go-round where we replace corruption with corruption, where we keep jumping from the frying pan to the fire and from the fire back into the frying pan. We are not going to replace the corrupt government with another corrupt leadership. We are coming together as the youthful voices in this country to chart a new path for the youth of this country. And I'm encouraging all the young people that are out there. If you believe that you can be a leader, this is where you belong. Do not continue despising yourself. Do not have a low self-esteem. We are 15 million, if not 16 million young voters. Any position that we want, we can get. We are going to reason together and we are going to find a path together that crosses cultural differences, ideological differences, and together we are going to move forward. So this is our first meeting. We hope you're not going to ask us for too much on our first meeting because we are still doing leveling. We are still trying to understand each other. We are still trying to understand everybody's journey, what our ideologies are. But as we move together, this is the youth movement that is going to be an alternative option to Kenya and that is going to drain the swamp and replace the corrupt leadership that we have that cuts across from government and even into opposition. Thank you, and that is all for today from me.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Caswell Makoure from the Orange Democratic Movement UT. And today, this marks the first of many consultative meetings amongst the youthful voices in leadership in our country. And we've gathered here because now more than ever, we have a historic and monumental duty towards each other and to the nation to ensure that we get our leadership right. Part of the things we want to talk about and going forward, we have to just give you a sneak peek. We have to get this issue of corruption in our country right. We have to ensure, and part of the things we will be pressing for in the coming days, and we urge all voices who are interested in these things to come and join us. Victims of police brutality, we shall not take lightly, and we will follow up to the hilt, to the very man. We will ensure that victims of police brutality receive justice. We are also very, very keen on focusing on clinching all these elective seats, because for far too long, when you see young people gathered in front of a camera, we are the ones who stir the water, and then the political class jumps into the water. And I'm saying this knowing full well that I'm in the Orange Democratic Movement. Anybody who stands in the way of progress, of getting justice for police brutality, anyone who stands in the justice for our quest to unearth corruption and thinks of it as a joke, anyone who's playing around with devolution, we will make that an election issue. And that's why we are saying we have put our differences aside and we have gathered here as members of all those parties. This is not a political party. It is the start of consultative meetings to hold this government accountable with a view of capturing power, not in the future, in 2027. The people you are seeing here will present themselves for leadership, and we ask you to work with us. We are tired of you telling us that we are too young. We are tired of you telling us that we have to have a tribal base. Those bases that you're talking about, all of us from the houses we come from, we have found and devised strategies to come together, and we're inviting everybody, including members of civil societies. And I'm here to say there's this nonsense that people are peddling on social media where you want to call everybody a project. we are not afraid. We are saying that if you are going to push negativity against the youth, we will resist that agenda. We're inviting everybody, even the ones who have been our biggest critics. We urge you to come and sit at the table and see if what we are saying is wrong, then go and report to the people. If what we are saying is just and right, and we're urging the media as well to not spin the wrong narrative about the youthful voices. Give us the function. The number of people who are driving the media are our age mates. You are the people who are going to change the media. Kazi yenyu cannot just be to find sound bites of us. We believe in you, and we ask you to believe in us because we must have a very clear generational conspiracy. As a first, nashukuru sana, and I would like to welcome my colleague from the Jubilee Party.
My name is Angel Buzia. I'm the chairperson of the Jubilee League. And I'd like to remind us that being a young Kenyan is now officially in the 1,000 ways to die. There are only 3 things that can happen to you when you're a young Kenyan. You're either abducted, arrested, or killed. Those are the 3 things that we have been reduced to as the young people of Kenya.